Okay, even talk over it. Say metal sample. This is a metal sample from the 80s, 90s maybe. Large aluminium bar broken apart. I'll say like Canadian coin stuck in an aluminum bar that broke in half. I believe 3 inches by 2 inches by 18. Won't say anything. Oops. Stainless steel bar that totally disintegrated in 2 pieces. It was 3 inches by I think 8 inches long. Sold that on eBay. Close up of the stainless steel bar. Big brass bar. It's 2 inches by 2 inches by I believe 12 long. Last known location was actually with journalist Michael McCardle. You still can't find another picture of it. Totally turned into a pile of jelly, as you can see. Still the brass bar, 2 by 2 by 12 long, standard length of when you buy bar stock. Some surface material. I believe it's stainless steel. This would be aluminium metal. This is the big, I believe 2 inch by 2 inch by 18 long aluminium bar that broke in half, turned to jelly, discolored itself, and had some weird shapes when it came apart. We have here a knife embedded in aluminium. It was put in a shaper and shaped down to expose everything, to show what it looks like. Off of HMCS Columbia. All of these pictures are from around 2004. We did Beyond Invention. Some government guys came up along with Timmy Ventura of American Anti-Gravity. As you can see, the photographs. Progressing, and a journalist from CBC News, Canada News. This is a bearing indicating system for the radar system, 1950s type design vacuum tube. This is actually a tracking radar system, portable, 12 pounds only, works on battery. I got it from Dave's Military Surplus in New Westminster. Compass unit. I forget where I actually got that one. A picture of yours truly. Gee, okay. Sure, this is time of 2004 or 5. Okay, we have more Navy stuff. I bought this from Fair Radio Sales in Lima, Ohio. And this unit is very heavy, very big. Antenna tuning system. I took the bathtub out for this one. I cut the bathtub in half, put a plywood against it, and put in silicone. It worked fine. Another picture of the antenna tuning system. And the bathtub, well, kind of, if you look closely, you can see something there. Anyway, that was more important. The chains and eye hooks help support the floor. Not sure what, oh, I think that is some artifact, brass artifacts and some other gear in the back. One of the scientists that came to visit during that time, now we're getting into that time frame. And they took all the photographs as you see here. This is actually entering the front door. Oh, good heavens. Up on the top there is a radio receiver, which I still have. Huh. Oh. Somebody, one of the guys from Pentagon, I believe it was the Pentagon, asked me a lot of questions, and he is looking at something there. I think this is, no, it's the same guy from the military, I believe, looking at the radio. He's in the front door. Still looking at something here, filming it himself with making a video. Still the front door. Okay, guys. They took a picture of climbing up the stairs to indicate it's 3 stories up. Here we have Harold Burnett, who moved to the United States. He married an American lady, and we have the interesting guy here. I don't know, I forget his name, but he was from the government, as I understand it. A nice picture of Harold. This is 2004, 2005, roughly. This is the government guy. This is outside of Corinne's apartment, by the way. A good picture of Harold. More unique metal, fractured metal. This is aluminium bar, 1.5 inch, I believe, by 1.5 inch by 8 long. Sold that on eBay too. Close-ups of it. Well, here we have the one with the Canadian coin embedded in it. Here we have Canadian coins, quarters actually, that were sitting on top of the jelly metal, kind of sunk in. Could barely make them out. I think this sample went off to Dennis Kucinich, who I talked to on the phone with, and he gave me his address where to send these things to. I don't know what Dennis is doing these days, but he was in Vancouver at a peace conference at University of British Columbia. I cannot tell you if I gave this to Dennis Kucinich or not. I don't know. I know I gave him a number of samples. And back to the brass bar that Mike McCardle has, I think. Unusual looking area here on the brass bar. This one's got personality. I gave it as a gift to Mike McCardle as when I left Canada. Another picture of it. Again, these pictures were not taken by me. They were taken by Timmy Ventura, as well as the other guys that came visiting that day. That is stainless steel. 3-inch close-ups of aluminium, I believe. The famous wooden aluminium bar stock sample. That I cut up into 4 pieces, sold on eBay some years ago now. But again, this piece was shaved down with a shaping machine. As you can see, the marks to expose the wood inside of it. That's what it would look like. You can see the tool marks running along it as I open it up to show it off to the world. More of a big sample, aluminium. Here's a knife and aluminium piece that also was machined down to expose it all. My interest in Navy stuff, of course, somebody took that photo. HMCS Yukon, maybe, I think. HMCS Columbia mortar control unit for the limbo mortars in the mortar bay section of the warships at the very back. And we have a magnetron and klystron power system and modulator that they took a photo of. The guys came visiting. This is from the gunner system, very rare photo. You won't see these anywhere on the internet. These are the control units for the 3-inch 70s and 3-inch 50 guns. It's a part of an old computer system. Yeah, I remember trying to get that up the main hill from Front Street all the way up to where I lived in New Westminster. It was very heavy and almost lost a load on a hand truck. Silly me. Okay. Here we have a counter and a power system in a rack cabinet in my apartment. A fascinating signal generator had as part of the apparatus to drive unusual energies and levitation in you. Oops, same picture. Okay, well, this was more ornamental piece. I didn't use it in the apartment or the experiments. Okay, nice piece. A small Tesla coil I used in my experiments. Excuse me. This used to be a kitchen, by the way. Oh, not anymore. Picture that one of the guys took. Oh, this is really wild. So you can see some of the gear here in the apartment lab, along with a ZB-37 machine gun sitting right in the middle there for some, well, I collect firearms, so that's one of my items. Corinne, and who else? The Corporation of New Westminster. Okay, and then a metal tag off a warship. This is actually in the hallway. Can you believe that? So I could only sleep halfway in the bathroom and halfway in the hallway. That's how packed this place got. Yet film crews could film in it, and that was tight work. I believe that's, I think it is Harold or one of the other guys. The U.S. government folks. Okay, this is, okay, the guys are, somebody took a picture of the guys looking into my place here behind them. So they're looking in through the doorway. Well, everybody needs a 20mm cannon on their balcony, so I have one. Sitting there, as you can see, ready to go. Radar guidance system that I have. Awesome piece, worked extremely well. Antennas I used in my experiments in the apartment lab. Well, the two guys from the government maybe think I'm crazy, or they're thinking of something. Somebody took the photo of them pondering, I guess. Well, definitely thinking about something, these two guys. Close-up of one of the guys. Somebody took a picture of, I think, Timmy Ventura or one of the others. A great picture of Harold here. He actually filmed in 2006 on a major event in my apartment lab, and I still have the video. It's up somewhere on the internet. He captured it in, I believe it was ultraviolet camera, something like that, or infrared. The video's around, yeah, it was 2006. Here we have Richard Reed from CBC Broadcasting Corporation Television, checking out things here. He lived in Saudi Arabia for a couple of years. Had a lot of stories of the Minister of Petroleum and other the kings and all that cool stuff. Award-winning journalist, Richard is. Oh, somebody thinking deeply. Okay, good picture, I suppose. Taking a break down in Corinne's apartment, the gang. Picture taken probably by Timmy Ventura or one of the other guys. Down in Corinne's apartment. A guy from the government having fun. Well, another picture, what can I say? My goodness, who's that loon? Oh well, down in Corinne's apartment, to set it says. I don't know what that is. I don't know, because at that time we got these offers for The Apprentice and for Judge Judy, and we're filming Ark of the Covenant Revealed and Peter Van Puttkamer and Beyond Invention and so on, blah blah blah. I don't know. I believe this gentleman, government guy, taking a photo of somebody, maybe of me. Here we have Timmy Ventura, who actually is featured in Beyond Invention, as well as myself, looking over the metal samples. He's holding a piece of a stainless steel bar that blew apart. Timmy and one of the government guys taking pictures of the samples. Timmy again. Okay, and a picture of the brass bar. Other sample. Somebody holding the sample. Sample examination, I guess you call that. Somebody holding the brass bar. More sample pictures. Somebody's in bare feet. That probably is me, I think. Knife in an aluminum block. Wood and aluminium. Machined down, and a broken 8-inch to 2.5. I'm sorry, 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch. one of the scientists pondering something here. Let's see, a cool picture of the whole gang, taken by the other gentleman. That's the older gentleman in the back. I forget who he was. That's Harold, Timmy Ventura, and I don't know the other. Oh, somebody in the lab section where the effects happen. Apartment lab. Somebody took a picture of the revolving ear, which is a countermeasure system. Actually, it's good for 0 up to 300 megacycles. And sonar system, as well as a aircraft transceiver. Pictures of some of the equipment I use in the experimental apartment lab. Some of the test gear. With a not a revolver, an old flintlock on top of it. Weird. Okay. Somebody examining a Virion communication system, same kind of communication system used in the 70s for digital communications. World Trade buildings use these things with a dish antenna with a red stripe across canvases over the top. Got one of these from Peter Sikora on Main Street. Excellent piece. Somebody took a picture of somebody here. That's one of the guys that came visiting. Old ship telephones. Compass. Another angle of the apartment lab. The guys are looking at all the gear. Okay, this is one of the main transmitters I use in my experimental setup. Photo time with the guys up here in the apartment lab. Here we have a very happy Harold. I can't tell you if he filmed the effects before or after this photo shoot with the guys. I don't know. Another photo. Oh, yeah, ZB-37 machine gun and right there, and somebody looking at it. Okay. Oh, this is a camera sticking out. And I can't... Oh, okay, that's inside the target area, I believe. Okay. Somebody making a phone call on a ship phone, having fun. Somebody examining the gear I have. He would be actually in the hallway there, just looking into the living room, believe it or not. In the hallway again, picture. Somebody looking at something here, in the hallway. Of course, this is my door to entrance to the apartment. Apartment 305, 727 5th Avenue, New Westminster, British Columbia. Pretty wild, huh? Okay. This is down in Corinne's place outside on the porch. Timmy Ventura taking a picture. As you can see, this is an apartment complex, not the Pentagon, okay? Harold and friend. Timmy Ventura taking photos. Okay, another photograph of the guy. No, I didn't take any of these photos. I believe it was the other guys that took them, and they wound up on the internet, and I downloaded them somewhere, and it wound up on Facebook for some reason. 175 photographs. So 10 years ago, believe it or not. I must have had them on MySpace or something. So that's my discovery I made today. Here we are. Okay, we have Timmy Ventura, unknown name. I'm sorry, I don't forget his name. Yours truly, lunatic me. Government guys, his son, and Harold. Where is Corinne? There, I don't see her. Okay. Sample examination. Harold checking out the sonar unit in the apartment. Harold having fun here. Okay. I think this is Harold pondering. Okay, what does that do? The guys again, photographs, examining all the gear and equipment. entrance to the door of yours truly, John Kenneth Hutchison, somewhere out there in space and time. Of course, Timmy Ventura taking a photo of the very famous balcony of yours truly with a 20mm and radar gear and unique satellite dish there with a red stripe through it. Digital broadcasting and transmission of digital data in New York, kind of stuff that was used for a time. And just behind that you can see a roundish antenna that was off a 3-inch 50 gun system. Aha! More pictures.